Hey guys, this is Gary Lamb, and today I wanted to do a video response to this particular video. Now, this video came out in 2015, so the comment that I made is not accurate because, well, let's face it, it came out in 2015, but when I was doing it on my phone, I couldn't see the date, so I just put what I put. But it's still a sound comment from a guy, from a man. But I'm just going to play this video. It's only a minute and 57 seconds, so you can hear what she says. If you want to go ahead and view her channel, you can go right ahead and do so. So here goes.
Hey guys, I wanted to share a little secret with you because I think not a whole lot of people are talking about it. And I was reading an article today about how the feminists, pro-feminist people went crazy because there was this picture of this tennis star person, whatever. There was a poster 30 years ago with her butt cheek showing, and there was this big outrage. And I just looked at that whole mess of what was going on, and that's just one incident. And I wanted to tell you guys that in this crazy state of affairs that we're in right now, where women just seem like an angry mob of people who are just trying to tell you that we don't need you, it's a big fat fucking lie, because women really need you. And the other thing that's a lie is that when you read any of those men's magazines, Men's Health, Esquire, GQ, Maxim, and you see all of those same titles splayed out on the front page over and over and over about how to get better abs and be sexier for her and please her in bed and look better and be more confident and know how to pick up a woman and all of that dumb garbage, it's all a bunch of bullshit, because everything in it is designed to tell you subconsciously that you're not good enough in one way, shape, or form. And that is the furthest thing from the truth that I can possibly imagine for this generation of men. The truth is that women need you now more than ever, and you are enough. You're not missing anything. You don't need anything from anybody. You already have it in you. It's just that nobody's reminded you that you already have it. So I just wanted to share this quick message. I know I'm already at the 2-minute mark, and I hope you guys are having a good day.
Okay, so let me just go and briefly go through the comments so you can see what the men are saying. And some of this is just hate. It's just, bitterness. But there's some really good comments down here explaining why men are just doing the things that are doing and just walking away flat out. The end. And most of this stuff has some ground, right? They have a reason to feel bitter because a lot of these men have been taking advantage of women. Been taken advantage of by women for so long that it's gotten to a place where it's just why even try anymore? So, yeah, so you got one, sure, you need our money, blah, 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 you need our child support, our dignity, keep taking it all and see where it gets you. Alone and unmarried men are under assault in this country by women. And I do agree with that. I actually like that comment because I agree with it. Nice, but it's too late. Yes, I agree to that one as well, because it is too late. Many men are just saying no. Yes, you're right. Women do need men. Funny thing is, we don't need you. Now, this right here, I liked. And here's where the whole thing comes into play. This is what really jogged this video that I'm making, is the fact that men do not need women. We really don't need women. Not for the things that women think they're needed for. Child rearing, well, we really don't need you for that anymore. We've realized and found that we are just as good, if not better, at taking care of children and rearing them up than you are. So that's not what we really need you for. To be the incubator, to be the one that produces the child, yeah, that's going to never go away. That's always going to be something we desperately need. But other than that, there's not much we need you for. All the other things that we may need you for is superficial, like validation, to feel good, to feel like a man. All these are emotions that we can easily get by just accomplishing things in life. And that's where the whole we don't need men thing come into play. I mean, excuse me, don't need women thing come into play. And that's a danger for you. You see, the reason why men are still chasing you till this day is because we want you. Okay, we want women. This is a message to women, by the way, if you haven't noticed that. This is a message for you. We want you. Okay, but there's a huge difference between wanting you and needing you. Have you noticed that people will beg for what they need and buy what they want? It's true. The vast majority of individuals will beg for what they need and ask for what they want. It's like breathing. I need to breathe, but I don't go out there hugging trees for supplying the oxygen that I need on a daily basis. I don't even notice a tree until I either run into it or it gets in my way when I'm trying to freaking see something outside of my window. But let there be only a few acres of trees left. Then all of a sudden I'm going to be screaming and shouting, don't cut trees down. Stop cutting trees down because we need them for oxygen. You see how that works? You see, I don't need cake, but I'll do anything I can to get cake. Hell, even I think it was this white guy, this white comedian, Jim Gaffigan, I think that's his name, or James Gaffigan. I don't remember his full name, but Gaffigan. And he made a joke that was very, very true. He said, cake brings people together, right? He said, hey, you want to wish so-and-so a happy birthday? He's like, I hate that guy. There's cake. Well, I'll just say hello. Just so I can get some cake. Like men and women alike would do things that they normally wouldn't do if they want something, right? So it's more or less like we can put our differences aside if I want you bad enough. And that's the difference between men and women. You see, women are in this constant idea that they don't need us for anything. Therefore, they don't want us for anything. But when they do find out they do need us, that's all of a sudden, that's when we matter. Oh, now the men matter. Men matter because we need them to continue with the construction, to continue repairing things that break down, to make sure the streets still work, to make sure these buildings are still being built. We need men for our tax revenue, right? Now, the comment that I made was, it had 3 levels in it. One of them, which is that Trump is starting to take away all the subsidies from the single parent homes, mostly affecting women, right? And they're raising their babies up saying, what about the children? What about the children? Well, that's just it. If you were thinking about your children in the first place, you should have never got knocked up, number one, in the bad situation that you was in, number one. And number two, you would have got knocked up by a guy that can actually stay and take care of that child. You didn't do that. So you wasn't caring about the child either, so why should I, right? And this would be my thinking if I was doing something like this. So now they're looking at it like, well, we need men because we're starting to see the breakaway. We're starting to see it. And few women are seeing it. Most women aren't seeing this, but a few women are starting to realize, wait a minute now, this thing is starting to take a dive. And we need to do something, and we need to do something very, very soon, or else we're going to be out on our asses holding babies up in the air, praying to God somebody will come along and take care of us. Well, that's the sad part about it. Because men have realized we can get on by ourselves without women. And many men have gone through the pain and struggle and suffering of separating from women that they're refusing to go back. Because why? What's my benefit for going back? A piece of pussy? If that's all I get, well, guess what? They have robots that's coming out that's going to be far superior sexually than the best slut out here. They're coming out with those, not mouthy, do what I want you to do, come and pose what I please, blah, 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 blah. Right now, would this completely, replace women? No, there will never be a day where women are going to be fully replaced. The same way there will never be a day that men are going to be fully replaced. So it's not going to happen. But the point is that for the vast majority of women that's running around saying, we get it, we need you, look, we don't need you, though. And we realize that. We're out of that dream state. We realize we do not need you anymore. We want you, yes, but it's too risky to even pick one of you up. To go and say hello. Hello is dangerous these days. So it's like, why waste my time with this? We don't know what's going on in your head. We don't know if you're a feminist. We don't know if you can be triggered by the word hello. We don't know. And we're not going to take that risk. Many of us won't walk up to women not because of fear of anxiety or rejection, but of fear of going to jail, fear of being accused of rape or sexual harassment just by saying hi. Did you know if you text a woman or you send a woman some type of message in some any way, you leave a voicemail, whatever, what have you, she doesn't respond, you're not allowed to respond again. You're not allowed to say question mark, question mark, question mark. You're not allowed to leave another voicemail. You're not even allowed to contact her until she contacts you first. That's literally illegal to do. It's considered harassment if you do that. So no wonder men are just saying, to hell with this. I'm not dealing with this stuff anymore. Now, I assure you, there will be more than enough simping type men that's going to go around and run to this woman's rescue. She's a fairly decent looking woman. I'm pretty sure she can find some guy that's willing to do it. Not saying she's going to be wanting to deal with that guy, but just like in the, what is that? The Kevin Hart movie, the wedding dude, where he was a fake best man. I forget the name of the movie. But even in that situation, when the woman said, I'm sick and tired of I'm dating assholes, at least this guy will give me what I'm looking for. He'll give me the family and the stability that I want. But she really didn't want to be bothered with him. She needed him to get the things that she wanted out of life, but she didn't want to really be with him. She would prefer to be with the asshole that was willing to give her those things. This is the same thing with most women. Yeah, you'll get your beta male. You're just not going to be interested in him like that. You'll be like, I'll settle for this guy. And the biggest problem of all of it, is that it's your fault, ladies. This is the problem. It's your fault. By buying into this rhetoric, buying into the whole feminism bullshit, buying into the child support system, buying into the government hoopla and smoke and mirrors because they wanted this to happen. What's better to do? Tax half of the community or both sides of the community? They get double taxation off of your ass by just being ignorant and saying, I want to do it too. So yeah, you'll find your beta male. Yeah, you may not be too thrilled with him, but you'll settle for him. Because that's the only guy that's really willing to take you on. But for the vast majority of guys, we're just not interested, man. We're just not, man. A lot of us are still tied to a wife because we got married when we was younger and we're just not willing to leave because cheaper to keep her, I guess, or we just want to stay in our children's lives. But you guys did too much damage to us, man. You did too much damage to us. We're just not willing. We're not willing to come back to the plantation. I'm sorry. I think it's a little too late. I really do. I don't think men will ever get back to that because what we're doing is we're teaching our children to stay away from women like you, manipulative women. Because in this entire video, not once did she say anything that was beneficial for men. Sure, you need us now, just like we need trees. But you didn't care until you start seeing the collapse. When you start realizing, wait a minute. Something's not quite right. Not one of your comments, one of your statements are to elevate men to a degree where it's more than just being a doer, a human doer. Because even in your response, which was sweet, I'm not going to take that away from you. It's a very sweet video. But even in your being sweet and vulnerable, you're still asking men to bail you out. We need men. And you don't have to have a six pack. You don't have to have all these things just to be, needed. Yeah, of course you don't. Even a fat man is needed to take care of his responsibilities and do his job. Name 5 reasons. 5. Hell, I'll even give you one better. Name one reason why men should come back to women. Name one. Name one. I can't think of one. We're overran with kids, so we don't need no more kids. So name one reason why men should come back to women. Name one. That's my video.